Hello, my darlings. We are going to cover lesson 110 today. Lesson 110 is called Structure and Function. The structure of an organism's parts relates to the function of the parts. That is our main point today, that the structure of an organism's parts relates to the function of the parts. Can you imagine a bicycle with square tires or a suitcase with no handle? Those objects are designed for a purpose, so they have a special structure. Tires are round, for example, because round is the best shape for the job. A similar relationship exists between the structure of an organism's parts and the function of those parts. So what does all that mean? It means, and I'll say it again, structure relates to function. At any biological level, the structure of an organism's parts relates to the function of that part. At the cellular level, the tissue level, the organ system. Cells are designed for a specific function. Tissues have a certain structure designed for their specific function, and so on and so forth as you go up the biological levels of organization. At the cellular level, which is what we're discussing today for CRQ number 3, at the cellular level, the cells of an organism do not look alike. Cells do not look the same because the structure of a cell relates to its function. Since different cells have different functions in our bodies, they must have different structures. For example, red blood cells are shaped like smooth discs. This enables blood cells to flow through veins and arteries without getting clogged. Nerve cells are long and have branching arm-like structures. This enables them to transmit information. Skin cells are shaped like plates of armor. This enables them to protect everything that lies beneath them. And these fat cells can expand. This enables them to store energy for the body to use later. So when you're writing your CRQ, I want you to think about what we just went through in this short video. Think about the structure of the cell. Think about its function. Describe the structure of the cell. Describe what its function is that it's able to perform because of its shape, because of its structure. So CRQ number 3 is a very simple, short question. Do all the cells in your body look the same? Explain. Remember, first thing you want to do when you write a CRQ is restate the original question in the form of a sentence. Don't just repeat the question, like turn it around, make it a sentence. So I would say, do all cells in your body look the same? To restate that, I would say all of the cells in my body, and then finish the sentence. Number 2, make sure you answer all parts of the question. Explain your answer and include examples. For example, all of the cells in my body, blah, blah, blah. The blank of an organism's cell's structure relates to the blank of those cells. Since cells in our bodies have blank functions, they must have blank structures. You're free to use that sentence. Just fill in the blanks. Include at least 2 examples. For each of those examples, describe the structure and the function of the cell. In the beginning of this video, real quickly, I went through several different cells of our bodies and what they do. And then finally, remember to cite your sources. There's no guesswork here. There's no trickery. I've given them to you. All you have to do is copy them down. Biology Class Connect with Mrs. Kitson on 8/25/21 and Lesson 110. And whatever page numbers you used from the lesson, those are the page numbers you list in your citation. Number 4 here on the list, check your spelling and grammar. I recommend you type your CRQ response in Microsoft Word first. That way you can use the editor function, right? You click, I think it's review, and it'll check your spelling and your grammar and your punctuation. So there are no excuses really to turn in a CRQ with bad grammar or weird punctuation or bad spelling. So that's what I think you should do. The other reason I think you should type your response in Microsoft Word first so that you can save it. If something goes wrong, you're going to want to have a copy instead of having to write it all over again in case you have to resubmit. Number 5, read your response out loud to yourself to see if it makes sense. Number 6, like I said before, save your response in a Word document. Number 7, copy and paste your answer into the CRQ in the course if you didn't write it there in the first place, and then click Submit.